everyone. I just want to do a quick training on how to do top-down analysis. This is basically a method for you to find a directional bias so that you know which direction to trade in, i.e. whether you should be looking for buys or sells in order to trade with the trend. Because whenever you trade against the trend, you can't hold your trades for as long and price is more likely to turn around and hit your stop loss suddenly. Whereas whenever you trade pro trend, it's way less stressful and you're more likely to have caught a better entry, price moves in your favor, and then your entry eventually becomes protected. So let's just talk through that, right? I'm going to remove these drawings here so it's a little cleaner. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go into the higher time frames, right? So I always start in the monthly. I do the monthly, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, 30 minutes, and that's all you really need to do. You don't really need to go down lower than that, to be honest. You can do the 15 minutes if you want to. First of all, what I do is I start on the monthly time frame, right? And all you're doing is you're just trying to figure out, is price bullish or bearish? Now, gold is mostly a bullish pair, and you can see this when you go on to the higher time frame. So we have pairs that are mostly bearish or mostly bullish, right? I'm nearly sure GBP USD is predominantly a bearish pair. So if you go into the higher time frame on GBP USD, see the way it's predominantly a bearish pair. Whenever you're on the 12 month, I haven't traded this in a long time, by the way, so these are really old drawings, but see the way price is mostly on the 12-month time frame, like the yearly time frame, making a series of lower highs and lower lows. You're more likely to catch a pro trend set up by hit and sell because price mostly is bearish. Whereas on gold, whenever you're on the 12-month time frame, you can see that gold is mostly bullish, okay? So more often than not, price is pushing to the upside with gold. Now let's go to the 1 month, see what we can see. So I'm going to actually make a little note here. So on the monthly time frame, what you need to do is you need to figure out, right, is price bullish or bearish? We can very clearly see it's bullish because price is making a series of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and the highs are continuously breaking. Therefore, price is bullish. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, our analysis is bullish. Now you go on to the weekly, and you figure out if price is bullish or bearish. Once again, we're seeing a series of higher highs and higher lows. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then higher high. We're seeing this price push up and break all these highs to the left here on the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, we're bullish. Now what you need to do is drop down into the daily. You just sim into recent price action. What are we seeing on the daily time frame? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, price is pushing to the upside. The lows are holding, the highs are failing, and therefore on the daily time frame, it's also bullish. So far everything is going hand in hand. And then we drop down to the 4 hour time frame. Zoom in. What are we seeing? Again, series of higher highs, higher lows. None of these lows have failed, but all of the highs have, right? Therefore, price is bullish. Now, even though there was a decent bit of bearish price action in here, it hasn't broke the extreme just yet. It hasn't came down and broke the extreme, which would be here, right? So it's still bullish because the highs are still failing. All we're seeing on the 4 hour is price ranging between these two extremes. Okay, so on the 4 hour we are bullish as well, and then on the 1 hour, I could probably put my drawings back on the chart now. Yeah, by that, yeah, we're seeing. I've actually got them marked up here. Do you see these little orange circles? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, let me mark that on here so you can see it as well, which ones I'm referring to. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay. So on the 1 hour time frame, we're also bullish. And now that I have my drawings back, I can mark up on the chart. So monthly, this is all I'm writing down on my notepad here. Weekly, bullish. And then on the daily that we already checked, it was also bullish. And then on the 4 hour time frame, also bullish. And then we're currently on the 1 hour time frame here where I've just drawn that out with the arrows, and therefore 1 hour is also bullish, okay? So this is what top-down analysis is. You're basically going through all of the different time frames and you're figuring out, you're looking at them separately, right? You're not thinking, okay, the monthly time frame is bullish, so the weekly must be bullish. That's not the case. Every time you drop down to a new time frame, forget everything else that you have in your head. Just look at price action right in front of you and figure out if the lows are holding and the highs are failing, or if the highs are failing and the highs are holding and the lows are failing, therefore price is making a series of lower lows and lower highs, and therefore supply is in control. All you're trying to figure out is whether price is moving up or down on all the different time frames. So at this stage, all of our time frames correlate with each other. They're all bullish. Now, if there's times where some of them are a bit different, like for example, if the monthly, weekly, daily is bullish, but the 4 hour and the 1 hour is bearish, all you need to do is try and figure out where your extreme is, like on the higher time frame, where's your previous higher low, and then wait for price to come into that area, continue on a pro trend direction. So because price is bullish on all of our time frames there, we've done our top-down analysis, it means that we should only be looking for buys until we see some sort of shift in trend direction where price is starting to break the lows and the highs are starting to hold again. So this is what I do on Sundays. I just sit down, map out, figure out which direction the market's actually moving in, and use all the different time frames hand in hand to figure just for extra confirmation. So after you do this, you should feel a little bit more confident in holding a buy, because just say you enter a buy here and you're a little like, what if price reverses? What if price? You should know that, right? Well, all of that time frames are telling me that price is bullish. Therefore, I am trading with the trend, not against it. And therefore, I should feel more confident in holding my buy because I am trading with the market, the trend direction, if that makes sense. So that is how you do top-down analysis. And yeah, that's also a little insight as to where gold is currently at. It is the 31st of January, but the market's already open at 11 p.m. So it's technically the 1st now of February, but that's where we're at right now, right? All of the time frames are showing us that price is bullish. So until price comes up and hits in one of these extremes, and then we just need to do the exact same thing, figure out what our different time frames are telling us, and if price breaks comes up to these highs and these highs hold and starts making a series of lower lows and lower highs, and then the lows are failing, and that means that even though the weekly and the daily are bullish, the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the 30 minute would be bearish. So we would be looking for short-term sales until price comes to an extreme again and then continues to the upside. So overall, gold mostly moves to the upside, right? It's mostly bullish. So hopefully that helped. And yeah, that's everything. If you have any questions on top-down analysis, pop them into the Q&A chat.